What's up, E39 Source? Bobby here with the 2003 525i. I'm just going to be doing a little update video today on some changes I've made with the car. It's been a little while since I made the last one. A couple things you notice right away are I installed an M5 front bumper. This bumper actually came off of Ryan's car. I just wanted the more aggressive look and styling, and I got it for a really good deal. The other thing you'll notice is I installed Hella Euro headlights. The adjusters I had in my previous US spec lights had failed, and they were also very pitted. I got these for a very good price off of eBay from a guy who had just refurbished them. And that's basically the changes to the front of the car. Go along the side here. Not too much new over here. Car is very dirty, I know, I apologize. It's winter, there's tons of salt everywhere. One of the things I did do though is I plastic dipped all the trim going around the car to match with the black trim on the M5 front bumper. I did have to replace one tail light, the passenger side tail light, because water got behind the gasket and it totally corroded the connector. I did fix my sunroof. That job was a pain in the ass, to say the least. I ended up having to drop the entire headliner and the whole sunroof cassette to replace two of the plastic rails on the back end. The sunroof was fixed previously, and that part had apparently broken and wasn't fixed properly, so when it failed again, I had no choice but to take it all apart and fix it. One thing I do want to get fixed over the coming months is, not sure a way you can see it, there we go on camera, but my clear coat's starting to lift up a little bit in a couple of spots on the roof, probably just from sitting outside for 12 years of its life. I'm not sure if anyone would fix this other than respraying the whole roof. If you guys know of a different way or have any suggestions, leave me a comment down below. Another thing I want to fix is, you probably can't see it too well, there's a little dent here, and this grill was cracked from when I got into a fender bender probably about a year and a half ago. I want to get that fixed and the hood resprayed because it's full of rock chips. And I also have M5 front grills for it as well when that gets fixed. Moving around to the interior, a couple things have changed in here. This car has 110,954 miles on it. I replaced all of the wood trim in the car with this trim called Technical Graphite. It has a really nice texture to it, as you can see. All of my wood trim is cracking, and it got to the point where I basically was tired of looking at it, so I basically just bought a new set for about $400 off of eBay. That's all the trim in the car. Another modification I did were the chrome gauge rings. Make the gauges stand out a little more, in my opinion. I've had to do window regulators on all four corners more than once. Twice I put in aftermarket regulators, and they failed after about 6 months. So I put in OEM ones, and I haven't had an issue since. Knock on wood, except there's no wood in this car anymore. I fixed seat twist on both front seats. There's a common issue with these cars where when you go to recline the seats or move the seats, only one side will move, and that is because the cables in the bottom of the seats have come out of the motor, and I didn't feel comfortable fixing that myself, so I got that fixed. $700. That was a pretty expensive repair, but it was worth it. I did replace a couple little random things here and there, like the center console handle that was pretty scratched up. And I also added an auxiliary input to the glove box and a TuneLink Auto for Bluetooth streaming that plugs into that. It's a very nice feature to have. That's basically it for the interior. Moving on to mechanics here. A bunch of things have been done under the hood. I've had several things replaced on the engine. I replaced the mass outflow sensor, the spark plugs, the CCV, the thermostat twice, the upper intake boot here, the lower intake boot, which is further down, the alternator, what else? Secondary air pump check valve, all four O2 sensors. Also replaced the fuel filter because that had about 105,000 miles on it. I just figured it was good to replace that for preventative maintenance. A couple issues with mechanicals right now. A check engine light is on. Not really sure why it's on. Could be something as simple as a coil pack to something a little more advanced. I'm gonna get that fixed next week. I'm gonna have my Indy look at it for me. Just need to replace the front driver's wheel speed sensor. I'm gonna do that in a couple days. I'm just waiting on a nice day when I actually have access to a jack and stands, because up here at college I really don't have that luxury. Yeah, that's basically it under the hood. I also added a Valentine 1 radar detector. It's not up right now, but the mount's there. I also need to do an oil change. I'll get that done next week, and an air filter. change. I'll do that as well. One other thing that I totally forgot about, I added the AM audio subwoofers in the trunk. Those are made a huge difference. Highly recommended if you can find a pair. They're actually pretty easy to wire in. There's a DIY to do that on the channel as well. That's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.